You know that feeling when you walk into a room and someone just draws you in, like you can't help but want to talk to them? Well, what if I told you that you could be that person? Yes, you heard me right. These habits aren't just for the chosen few. They're for everyone. And trust me, once you start using them, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. But here's the thing. If you don't learn these habits, you might be missing out on some amazing connections. Think about all those times you wished you could just walk up to someone and start a conversation. Or when you wanted to make a great first impression but didn't know how. Well, those days are about to be history. So are you ready to become a people magnet? Let's jump right in. Ladies, it's time to embody your inner royalty. The queen bee posture is about commanding your space and showing confidence. You know how bees follow their queen? Well, that's going to be you. Here's how. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin up. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Feel that stretch? That's the posture of a queen. When you walk, move with purpose. Move those arms gently, take confident steps. But listen, I understand. Sometimes we all feel a bit slouchy, correct? On those days, try this small trick before you enter a room. Take a deep breath, expand your chest just a little, and think of a time when you felt completely powerful. Keep that feeling with you as you walk. Remember, confidence is like a magnet. When you display that queen bee posture, people will naturally be attracted to your energy. So stand up straight, Your Majesty. Your kingdom waits. Now let's move on to our next habit. Ever wonder why the Mona Lisa is so captivating? It's all in that mysterious, slightly playful smile. And guess what? You can rock it too. The Mona Lisa smile is your secret weapon for instant attraction. It's not a full-on grin, and it's definitely not a frown. It's that subtle, warm smile that says, I've got a fun secret, and maybe I'll share it with you. Here's how to nail it. Relax your face, then gently lift the corners of your mouth. Think of something that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. Maybe it's your favorite dessert, or a cute puppy video. Let that feeling show in your eyes. Now, you've got the Mona Lisa smile down pat. Practice this in the mirror, ladies. It might feel a bit weird at first, but trust me, it's a game changer. When you're out and about, try flashing this smile at someone. Watch how they respond. I bet they'll smile right back. All right, now that we've got your posture and smile on point, let's move on to something even more mesmerizing. Ladies, get ready to dance with your eyes. The eye contact tango is all about making a connection that goes beyond words. It's like having a secret conversation without saying a thing. Here's how it works. When you're talking to someone, make eye contact for about 3 to 5 seconds. Then, look away briefly before making eye contact again. It's like a little dance, hence the tango. But wait, there's a trick to it. Don't just stare blankly. Really look at the person. Notice the color of their eyes, the emotion behind them. Show genuine interest. It's not about being creepy or intense. It's about being present and engaged. I know. For some of us, eye contact can feel awkward. If that's you, try this. Start by looking at the spot between their eyebrows. It'll feel less intense for you, but they'll still feel that connection. And here's a fun fact. Studies show that making eye contact releases oxytocin, the same hormone that helps moms bond with their babies. How cool is that? You're literally creating a chemical connection. So next time you're chatting with someone, give the eye contact tango a whirl. You might just dance your way into their heart. Speaking of connections, our next habit is all about making people feel special. All right, ladies, pop quiz. What's the sweetest sound to anyone's ears? Yep, you guessed it, their own name. The name game is all about using this little nugget of wisdom to your advantage. Here's the deal. When you meet someone new, repeat their name back to them. Nice to meet you, Colin. Then try to use their name naturally in conversation. So, Colin, what do you think about? But don't stop there. The real magic happens when you remember their name the next time you see them. Trust me, they'll be impressed. It's like saying, hey, you matter to me. I remembered you. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm terrible with names. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Try this trick. When you hear their name, think of someone famous with the same name. Meeting a Jessica? Picture Jessica Alba. It'll help that name stick in your mind. And here's a little secret. If you forget someone's name, don't panic. Just be honest and say something like, "I'm so sorry. My brain is being silly today. Could you remind me of your name?" People appreciate honesty, and they'll usually be flattered that you cared enough to ask. Remember, using someone's name is like giving them a verbal hug. So play the name game and watch how quickly you become unforgettable. Now that we've got names down, let's talk about how to really make people feel heard. Ladies, it's time to turn up the volume on your listening skills. The active listening lean is all about showing someone that you're 100% tuned in to what they're saying. Here's how it works. When someone's talking to you, lean in slightly. Tilt your head a bit, like you're trying to catch every word. Nod occasionally and throw in some mhms or "oh, really?" to show you're following along. But here's the kicker. Actually listen. Don't just pretend. Really try to understand what they're saying. And when they're done, respond with something that shows you were paying attention. Maybe ask a follow-up question or share a related thought. I know sometimes our minds wander. We start thinking about what we're having for dinner or that embarrassing thing we said 3 years ago. When that happens, try this. Focus on one specific thing about the person speaking. Maybe it's the way their eyes light up when they talk about their passion, or the unique way they gesture with their hands. And here's a little bonus tip. Put away your phone. Nothing says, "I'm not really listening," like scrolling through Instagram while someone's talking to you. Remember, being a good listener is like having a superpower. People will be drawn to you because they feel valued and understood. So, lean in, ladies, and let's make some magic happen. Now, speaking of making people feel good, get ready to spread some joy, ladies. The genuine compliment sprinkle is all about brightening someone's day with a heartfelt compliment. It's like fairy dust. A little goes a long way. Here's the secret sauce. Be specific and sincere. Don't just say, "nice outfit." Instead, try something like, "that color really brings out your eyes," or "I love how you've paired those shoes with that dress. You've got great style." But remember, it's not just about appearance. Compliment people on their actions, their ideas, their character. "I really admire how you handled that situation," or "your creativity is so inspiring." Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Won't I come across as fake? Here's the thing. As long as you mean it, it's not fake. The key is to be genuine. Only give compliments you truly believe in. And here's a fun challenge. Try to give at least one genuine compliment every day. It could be to a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger. Watch how it lights up their face and how it makes you feel too. Remember, when you make others feel good, they associate those good feelings with you. It's like magic. So sprinkle those compliments around. All right, now that we've got you spreading joy, let's talk about how to keep the conversation flowing. The curiosity spark is all about asking interesting questions that get people talking. It's like lighting a fire under a conversation. Here's how it works. Instead of asking boring questions like, "What do you do?" try something more intriguing. For example, "What's the most exciting part of your job?" Or, "If you could switch careers tomorrow, what would you choose?" The key is to ask open-ended questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. You want to give people a chance to share their stories, their passions, their dreams. But here's the important part. Be genuinely interested in their answers. Follow up with more questions. Show that you're really engaged in what they're saying. I know sometimes it can feel hard to come up with good questions on the spot. So here's a little trick. Before you go to a social event, think of 3 interesting questions you could ask. It's like having conversation starters in your back pocket. And remember, Curiosity isn't just about asking questions. It's about being open to learning new things. So when someone shares something you don't know about, don't be afraid to say, "That's fascinating. I'd love to learn more about that." People love talking about themselves and their interests. When you show genuine curiosity, you're giving them a gift. And trust me, they'll remember you for it. Now, let's take that curiosity and pair it with something even more powerful. All right, ladies, it's time to flex those emotional muscles. The empathy echo is all about really connecting with how someone else is feeling. It's like being an emotional mirror, reflecting back their feelings in a way that makes them feel truly understood. Here's how it works. When someone shares something with you, try to put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel in that situation? Then reflect that back to them. For example, if a friend is talking about a tough day at work, you might say, "That sounds really frustrating. I can imagine how stressed you must have felt." But here's the key. It's not just about the words. It's about your tone of voice, your facial expressions, your body language. Let them see that you're really feeling it with them. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I can't relate to what they're going through? That's okay. You don't have to have experienced the exact same thing to show empathy. Just try to imagine how it might feel. And here's a little secret. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Just being there, listening, and showing that you care can mean the world to someone. Remember, empathy is like a superpower. When you can make someone feel truly understood, you create a connection that's hard to break. Now let's talk about how to keep things sunny, even when life throws some clouds your way. Get ready to be a ray of sunshine, ladies. The positive spin is all about finding the silver lining in any situation. It's like being a human mood lifter. Here's the deal. When faced with a challenge or a negative situation, try to find something positive about it. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, think, "Great, now I have time to listen to that podcast I've been meaning to catch up on." But remember, it's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good stuff, even when things are tough. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if there really isn't anything good about the situation? That's where the real magic happens. Challenge yourself to find even the tiniest positive aspect. Maybe you learned something, or maybe the experience will make for a funny story later. Here's a fun exercise. At the end of each day, try to think of 3 good things that happened no matter how small. It could be as simple as, "The sun was shining," or "I had a really good cup of coffee." This helps train your brain to look for the positive. And here's the best part. Positivity is contagious. When you maintain a positive attitude, you lift up everyone around you. People will be drawn to your energy like moths to a flame. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. So put on your dancing shoes and give everything that positive spin. All right, ladies, we've covered a lot of ground, but there's one more habit that'll leave everyone wanting more. All right, ladies, we've made it to our final magnetic habit, and it's a doozy. The graceful exit is all about leaving people wanting more. It's like being the Cinderella of every party, mysterious, memorable, and always leaving at just the right moment. Here's how it works. When you're at a social event or in a conversation, pay attention to the energy. Is it starting to dip? Are people checking their watches? That's your cue to make your exit. But here's the key. Don't just disappear. Make your goodbye count. Thank the host or the person you've been chatting with. Mention something specific from your conversation that you enjoyed. For example, "I had such a great time talking about your travel adventures. You've inspired me to plan my next trip." Now I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm having a great time and don't want to leave? That's okay, the point isn't to cut your fun short. It's about recognizing when it's time to go and doing it with style. And here's a little trick. If you're not sure when to leave, set a time limit for yourself before you arrive. When that time comes, start your exit process. This way, you're not constantly checking the time or worrying about overstaying your welcome. Remember, the goal is to leave people thinking, Wow, she was amazing. I wish we could have talked more. It's like the old showbiz saying goes, always leave them wanting more. So there you have it, gorgeous. The 10 habits of truly magnetic women. Let's do a quick recap. The queen bee, posture. Stand tall and own your space. The Mona Lisa smile. Rock that subtle, intriguing smile. The eye contact tango. Make meaningful eye contact. The name game. Remember and use people's names. The active listening lean. Show you're really tuned in. The genuine compliment sprinkle. Brighten someone's day with sincere compliments. The curiosity spark. Ask interesting questions and show genuine interest. The empathy echo. Connect with others' emotions. The positive spin. Find the silver lining in any situation. The graceful exit. Leave people wanting more. Remember, becoming magnetic isn't about changing who you are. It's about enhancing your best qualities and letting your true self shine. These habits are tools to help you connect with others and radiate confidence. So, which habit are you most excited to try? Drop a comment below and let me know, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on becoming your most magnetic self. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. You are already amazing, just as you are. These habits are just the cherry on top of your fabulous Sunday. So go out there, be yourself, and watch as the world can't help but be drawn to your magnetic charm. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and hit that subscribe button for more tips on becoming your most fabulous self. And hey, if you want to dive deeper into any of these habits, let me know. I might just make a whole video about it. Until next time, keep shining bright, you magnetic goddess. Bye for now.